Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. It's now time for the featured bout of the evening. From the four corners of the world, to the four corners of this ring, the fight starts now!
This is something that comes along every now and then in generations, and it's special. And there's no hype. Touchdowns. No respect to this guy. Go.
You better believe it now. That was something special.
20 bouts, 20 victories.
It was Lamb versus Lion.
And still the undisputed champion of the world. And howdy, boxing fans, here for the grounds of Dickies Arena, Fort Worth, Texas, USA. The site of tomorrow night's huge Texas-sized boxing spectacular. We welcome you to our official weigh-in here, and it's all presented to you by Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions in association with Matchroom Boxing, sponsored to you by Hennessy Never Stop, Never Settle, Bet Online, your online sportsbook experts, and Masculine. It's a mentality. Don't be a man, be the man. And now, ladies and gentlemen, before we get the fighters here onto the stage at this time, we'd like to welcome some of the most greatest contributors in the sport of boxing, as we have here with us the face of Golden Boy Promotions, the multi-time former world champion, Oscar de la Hoya. And also the newest inductee of the International Boxing Hall of Fame, the one and only Bernard B. Hopkins. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us here for Fight Week. Tomorrow night, it's all going down. The KO artist, Vergil Ortiz Jr. versus Michael the Problem McKinson. A battle for 12 rounds of action as they headline our fight card on DAZN. Also in action will be Marlena Sparks, who will make her first unified world flyweight title defense. Then Dallas's own Maurice Mighty Mo Hooker steps into the ring for a 10-round welterweight battle. And the bully, Bektamir Melikuziev, is set for our lightweight, heavyweight attraction in our DAZN opener. Limited tickets are still available. You can get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. You don't want to miss it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are set for our official weigh-in here. We introduce to you first, this is our DAZN opener, 10 rounds in the light heavyweight division. First to the scale, ladies and gentlemen, finding out of the blue corner, hailing from Bosnia, here is Slajan Yanyanin, a.k.a. The Miner. And his opponent enters his bout with an impressive record, 10 bouts, 9 victories, 7 wins, coming to you by way of knockout with only 1 defeat. Fighting out of Indio, California, the pride of Uzbekistan, Bek the Bully Melikuziev. The Miner Yanyanin ready to go here on the scale. 43 professional bouts, an outstanding record, 32 victories, 24 wins, coming to you by way of knockout and 11 defeat. .168 on the nose, ladies and gentlemen. Slajan the Miner Yanyanin, representing Bosnia. And fighting out of Boston, Massachusetts. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, known as the Bully, Bektamir Melikuziev. This is our DAZN opener tomorrow night. Here from Dickies Arena, Fort Worth, Texas. 171, ladies and gentlemen, for the Bully, Bektamir Melikuziev. This is an international clash right here. Bosnia taking on Uzbekistan. From Dickies Arena, Fort Worth, Texas, USA. Ten rounds, light heavyweight division. Good sportsmanship there between the two international warriors going at it tomorrow night in our DAZN opener. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, both ready to go. Don't forget, boxing fans, we have tickets still available at Ticketmaster.com. And if you can't make it, subscribe to DAZN, where it's always fight season. It's always good to be back here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. A lot of boxing fans in the area, and they always pack the house. Truly one of my favorite places to be at. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to send it over to Beto Duran with the bully, Melakuziev.
All right, so Beck said, I don't need a translator. I've been working on my English. I want to do this in English. We have a couple phrases. All right. How do you feel?
I'm ready.
And then the other one, you want to what?
I'm ready. Just won't fight.
All right, that's good. I give you credit. It's scary trying to speak English, especially a language you have no clue what they're saying. But you've also been learning a little bit of Spanish in Indio.
Yeah. Spanish, yes.
What word do you know?
Muy bien.
There you go. Muy bien. Beck Melakuziev, he insisted on doing the interview in English and Spanish. So, listo.
Yeah. Muy bien, cabrón.
Okay, that's not the word he's supposed to say, but Beck Melakuziev, the bully, he's trilingual, Jeremiah.
That is very impressive. I don't know about the last part, but next time we need some censorship. I'm kidding. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Thank you, Bethel, for that. As we continue our weigh-in here from Dickies Arena, this is our 10-round super welterweight attraction. Up next to be weighed in from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, here is Blair the Flair comes to the stage. And his opponent from Dallas, Texas, USA, very familiar face here in the area. Let's hear it for Maurice Mighty Mo Hooker. First to be weighed in, 17 professional bouts, 15 victories, 10 wins, coming to you by way of knockout, 1 defeat with 1 draw. Introducing the former NABF welterweight champion, Blair the Flair Cobbs. And his opponent also ready to go in just a bit. We'll go ahead and scale in Blair the Flair Cobbs first. Straight out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. 146 as he is in his Zen mode right now, ready to go. It is all business for Blair the Flair Cobbs. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, straight from Dallas, Texas, the 2-time defending WBO fighting pride of Dallas, Texas, USA. Here is Maurice Mighty Mo Hooker. $150 for Mighty Mo, Maurice Hooker. And tomorrow night, he will be dedicating his fight in the memory of a dear friend of many of us here in the boxing community, Miss Stacy Snyder. This one is for her tomorrow night. So let's give Stacy, she would be here right now taking photos with us for all the fighters tonight, tomorrow. Just a truly good person.
We're going to pose first. Look to the back camera.
10 rounds, super welterweight attraction tomorrow night, live on DAZN. Blair the Flair Cobbs, Maurice Mighty Mo Hooker. All the action being presented to you by Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions. And also our newest sponsor, Masculine. It's a mentality, don't be a man, be the man. And we'll find out who is the man tomorrow night inside the ring. It's all business in our 10-round super welterweight affair. And now let's send it over right now to Beto Duran with Blair the Flair Cobbs.
And Blair, this week has been very professional, very cordial with Maurice Hooker. But things changed yesterday when your camp was told that the fight is no longer at 47. How did you feel that he couldn't give the welterweight weight?
Well, what I see is a whole bunch of unprofessionalism. People need to make weight. This is what we do. You don't lose by the scale. Blair Flair doesn't lose by the scale. Blair Flair works very hard, and we had an extremely great camp. So this is what we do. He needs to do the same.
All right. And they also said that it wasn't Blair the Flair this week. No oohs, no this and that. Very business-like attitude from you. What did you see on the scale?
The same as always. It's just straight to business. It's big business Blair the Flair right now. So we going out here. We're going to put on a big show and show out.
Normally you get the woo right now, but now it's all business from Blair Cobbs right now. Good luck to you tomorrow.
Absolutely. And I'm still the most excited man in boxing.
Just a little more subdued today, Jeremiah.
That's right, Bethel. It's all business for Blair the Flair Cobbs. Will he woo at the end of tomorrow's fight? And just a bit, we're going to send it over right now to Bethel with Maurice Mighty Mo Hooker.
Yeah, man. You know you talking to me, nigga, don't. Yeah, I'm on what you want. I'm on what you want. I'm on what you want, baby. Yeah, nigga, I'm on what you want, baby. Yeah.
All right. Mo, what's going on right now?
Yeah, so it was work time, man. You doing all that shit talk. He ain't even fight. You just here talk, man. Don't worry about your shit, man. I'm ready, baby.
What happened with the weight?
Man, shit happen. It's boxing. It's life. Shit happen, man. Shit happen, man. I mean, I got a lot on my mind, man, you know. It is what it is.
Well, now their camp is mad at you because you missed by 3 pounds.
Well, we're going to see tomorrow who mad at who. Let's handle it tomorrow in the ring. Yeah, that's professional. Let's handle it tomorrow in the ring. I'm ready, baby.
Maurice Hooker, Jeremiah.
Oh, yeah. Fireworks for sure here tonight, tomorrow night from Dickies Arena. You don't want to miss it. Up next, ready to scale in just a bit. This is our DAZN co-main feature attraction. 10 2-minute rounds for the Women's Unified WBC, WBA, and Ring Flyweight Championship of the World. Introducing to you first, ready to scale in, desde Maracay, Venezuela, the challenger, Eva Lale Guzman. She comes in with 21 professional bouts, 19 victories, 11 wins, coming to by way of knockout, 1 defeat and 1 draw. And her opponent, she is the reigning, defending WBC, WBA, and Ring Magazine Women's Flyweight Champion of the World from Houston, Texas, Marlene Esparza. And now first to scale in, the former WBA interim flyweight champion representing Venezuela. One 11.8, ladies and gentlemen, for Eva Lale Guzman. And the champion is ready to weigh in. The reigning, defending WBC, WBA, Ring Magazine Women's Flyweight Champion of the World. Out of the Space City, Houston, Texas, USA, here is Marlene Esparza. 109, ladies and gentlemen, for Marlene Esparza. Our champion tomorrow night, ready to go to step into the ring to defend her titles. A unified attraction being promoted to you by Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions, live from Dickies Arena, Fort Worth, Texas. The belts are displayed right here. This is our co-feature attraction, 10 2-minute rounds for the Women's Unified WBC, WBA, and Ring Flyweight Championship of the World. An international clash, Venezuela, the United States. Once again, the official weights: Eva Guzman 109, Marlene Esparza 111.8. You don't want to miss out on this exciting fight tomorrow night, live on DAZN, our co-feature attraction. Be sure to get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. There she is, ladies and gentlemen, the unified women's champion in the flyweight division from Houston, Texas, Marlene Esparza. A big thank you to Coach Coop here with us, as well as Marshall Kaufman in the house, all representing Marlene Esparza's camp. Tomorrow night, it's going down, our co-feature attraction. And now, fight fans, we are ready to send it over to Bethel Duran with the champion, Marlene Esparza.
Representing Houston, fighting in Fort Worth. What does it mean for you, a girl from Texas, to be putting on a show like this?
I'm always excited to be in Texas. Everything's bigger and better in Texas, and I definitely feel at home no matter where I am in Texas, being born and raised in Houston.
Now, this is your mandatory. If everything goes according to your plans, what's next for you?
Well, everything in boxing, in my boxing life, has been a mandatory. So that's not really my concern. Really, to be honest with you, my next thing is to get my belts. I want more belts. I want the rest of them. There's 2 left on the line, WBO, IBF, and I'm really looking forward to getting those. And in that order, and with any mandatory that needs to come, like I said, I've been fighting mandatory my entire life.
Marlene Esparza, good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, mandatory tomorrow. She wants all the belts, Jeremiah.
That's right, Bethel. Who doesn't want all the belts? You can catch all the action here from Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas, USA. Be sure to get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. And if you can't be here, make sure to subscribe to DAZN. In just a bit, we're going to have a special guest with Bethel Duran. So hold tight. We are ready to go here from Dickies Arena.
The Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya. What's it like promoting in Texas?
It's the best. I mean, every time we come out to Texas, the cheers are louder. The fans know they're boxing, and they want to see great, exciting fights. And when you have Marlene headlining, when you have Vergil Ortiz headlining, it doesn't get any better than this. So we expect an amazing crowd tomorrow. We expect a loud crowd tomorrow, and we expect fireworks inside the ring. So it's going to be a good show. It's going to be one of those shows where you don't want to miss.
A few years ago, we were at Cowboy Stadium, and at the press conference, you mentioned Vergil Ortiz, who might have been 18 years old. You had just signed him. You said, this young man is going to fight for a world title. Why were you so excited about him then?
Well, right from when we first started watching him fight, he was just super impressive. Every fight, he was knocking everybody out. I mean, obviously now he's 18-0, 18 knockouts, but he has a presence, he has a skill, he has that determination, he has that it factor. And obviously every fight is different, every fight is tough, every fight is difficult. McKinson is obviously no walk in the park, nobody's overlooking him. He's an undefeated fighter. We respect him, Vergil respects him, he's trained hard. Hey, this is Vergil's show, and he's ready to give you guys a great show tomorrow night.
And yesterday, Roberto Diaz told us that it's been elevated to the WBA Eliminator, so they become the mandatory of this. You've said if Vergil fight anybody, anywhere, that attitude, as a former fighter, you said it, you want your guys to fight anybody. You love that, don't you?
Sure, no, and look, and we have a lot of, whatever you want to call it, politics in boxing. I'm lining up my guys to fight the champions. We're taking the hard road to the world title. And Vergil Ortiz, look, if they don't want to fight him, then we're going to force the fight to happen. and that's by getting the eliminators, by getting positioning the fighters to go after that title. And so, right now, Vergil Ortiz, he's the #1 guy in the world. We obviously respect Crawford. We respect Spence. They're apparently close to making a deal, but Vergil Ortiz is right here waiting for everybody. And so I'm glad that the WBA stepped up and made this fight the final eliminator to face the champion. So we'll see what happens.
Oscar, thank you much for your time.
All right, you got it, man. Thanks.
The Golden Boy, Hall of Famer, Oscar De La Hoya. Really excited about Vergil Ortiz, Jeremiah.
Thank you, Bethel, for that. Thank you, gentlemen. We are ready to weigh in our main event attraction. 12 rounds for the WBO International Welterweight Champion and the WBA Welterweight Title Eliminator. And it's all being presented to you by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions in association with Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. Sponsored to you by Hennessy, Never Stop, Never Settle, and Bet Online, your online sportsbook experts. And Masculine, it's a mentality. Don't be a man, be the man. And all fight fans, we are ready to bring up the challenger at this time. He's the fighting pride of Portsmouth of the United Kingdom, comes in undefeated. Here is Michael the Problem McKinson. McKinson ranked number 12 in the world, a former WBO Global, WBO European, and WBC International Silver Welterweight Champion. Once again, Michael the Problem McKinson. And his opponent also undefeated. 18 bouts, 18 victories, 18 wins coming to by way of knockout, no defeats. The fighting pride of Grand Prairie, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, the phenomenal Vergil Ortiz Jr. And now first to the scale at this time, he is undefeated. Here he is, Michael the Problem McKinson. 146.8, ladies and gentlemen, for the undefeated Michael the Problem McKinson. Ready to go tomorrow night. And here is the reigning, defending, undefeated WBO International Welterweight Champion, the pride of Grand Prairie, Texas, USA. Here is the phenomenal Vergil Ortiz Jr. 146.6 for Vergil Ortiz Jr. Both fighters ready to go as they officially scaled in. "12 rounds for the WBO International Welterweight Championship, the WBA Welterweight Title Eliminator. Mandatory challenger for the WBA Welterweight title. We'll find out tomorrow night. Both undefeated fighters, whose hero will become the undefeated hero after the fireworks have flown. And now for the face-off between the two, challenger and champion. It is official, ladies and gentlemen. It's golden time! It's all business, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow night from Dickies Arena, you don't want to miss it. Maybe the longest stare between the two fighters, Vergil Ortiz, Michael the Problem McKinson. 12 rounds of action for our title attraction. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, fight fans, that will wrap up our DAZN weigh-in here from Fort Worth, Texas. Pardon me, ladies and gentlemen, we still got more action to go. All right, let's send it now over to Bethel Duran here with the challenger, Michael the Problem McKinson.
Jeremiah trying to take away the shine, man. Michael and Vergil had a heck of a stare-off, right? What did you see right now? What happened?
Just feels amazing to be here, finally here. The people of Texas have really been kind, and like they're amazing people over here. I've seen my home football kit in the crowd as well. I just feel amazing right now. Can't wait for tomorrow.
All right, rule number 1 is reporter. Don't ever give up the microphone. Big mistake by myself. No, you're good. You're feeling good about it. Now, this is a fight that's a long time coming. It was supposed to happen last year. Vergil couldn't happen in March. This is the fight you've been wanting. Why did you want to fight Vergil Ortiz?
Because I believe I'm world class. I've never had anything handed on a plate to me. I have to go the hard route all through my career, so why not fight the best? I've been making it look easy at the level I've been fighting at, so I deserve to be in the ring with somebody like Vergil Ortiz. I believe in myself, I believe in my team, and I really do believe I can pull this off tomorrow night.
You're the underdog. You've talked about it, how nobody's giving you the opportunity. You have a fan that flew in from Canada who you don't know. It's all Vergil crowd here tomorrow night, but the home crowd in Portsmouth, they've been telling me I got to say, play up, Poppy.
That's it. I'm from a very proud and passionate town on the south coast by the seaside in England. They're all rooting for me back home. I feel very, very proud to be where I'm from and to be flying the flag for my city.
Well, good luck to you, Michael McKinson.
Thank you very much. Can't wait.
All right, so it's play up, Pompey, Jeremiah.
Honestly, I have no clue about that, but I'm going to look it up tonight for sure. Michael McKinson, the problem, the challenger. We'll send it over right now with Bethel, with the champion, Vergil Ortiz Jr.
Vergil, you don't talk much. You're not a trash talker, but that stare-off was pretty good. Bernard tried to tell you to move. Oscar tried to tell you to move. You weren't moving.
I have a lot of pride. That's just my thing. It's been instilled in me since as long as I can remember. And you're not going to do that to me in my own city.
This is your city. You're fighting in your backyard. Not too long ago, you were at Valerial Gym. Irvine Powell, you worked your way up, and now you're the main event here in Fort Worth, Texas. A couple days ago, there was a mural in Grand Prairie about you. How much pride do you have in knowing that everybody here is with you?
I have a lot of pride in the mural and all that stuff, and I would just like to say that none of this was handed to me. I've worked my ass off since I was 5 years old. My second fight being at the Canelo Stadium, in the Canelo undercard at the AT&T Stadium, I earned that since I was 5 years old. I worked my ass off. You can ask every single one of these people here. Ask all those guys over there. They've been training with me since I was in Viveros, since I was in Irving, all this stuff. So
you're ready.
I'm ready.
Now, also, Oscar talked about it, how you will fight anybody, anywhere, anytime. You don't want to duck him. It's hard for him to get you fights. Why?
I think you'd have to ask the opponents that. I'm just here to prove to everyone, including myself, that I'm the best. That's just a competitive guy in me. If I see a guy in the gym that he's high class caliber, even if the camp doesn't really need him, I just want to prove myself. I just want to see how I stack up against those guys, and it's nothing personal. I just want to be the best.
And you have a chance to show that tomorrow night live on DAZN, the main event. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Hey, there's your Texas crowd right now. Say.
Alrighty. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for all the support. We're going to show out tomorrow.
There it is. Vergil Ortiz Jr., Jeremiah. Now you can close it out with that awesome hat.
We are in Fort Worth, Texas, right? Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining us here for the official weigh-in. All the action live tomorrow night on DAZN. You don't want to miss it from Dickies Arena. Get you a ticket at Ticketmaster.com. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you then. It's golden time.
A serious young fighter with an unblemished record.
Ortiz Jr. I want to see Ortiz continue his destructive way. He has everything going, from the power, the discipline, the destruction.
And he can be a multi-division champion.
Michael, the Problem McKinson!
He's going to cause major problems to Ortiz. Good shot there from McKinson.
He's a very difficult opponent.
Still undefeated.
It's power versus the club.
Michael McKinson has a style that is difficult for anyone.
Does Ortiz have the solution?
One of boxing's hottest prospects. Oh, the left hand drops him.
Michael McKinson is ready to shock the world.